This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Let's see what else.
We're 1 day away from football, bro.
Oh, you didn't play Coach Flo's meeting with the media today. Shut it down. Let's do it. Shut it down. We got Flo. My bad. I forgot about that. We got Flo. We've done 3 hours, but, I'm thinking 3. I got a meeting at 4, by the way, also.
Onward. Dude, don't say that. You know what's going to happen. You're not going to let you leave, man. What's wrong?
I got to be there at 4. So, all right, let's play Flo, and let's break down his comments like only we can do out there. Thank you so much. Holy crap, Pat in Asheville. Damn, Pat. He dropped a super boom. Wow. Damn, dude. Damn. And Kenneth goes, no, bro, we both win, and we keep Big O on the air. It's been fun, my brother. Myron, Kenneth again dropping more. Julius 305.
See what happened?
Did he say meeting?
You said meeting, bro.
All right, let's play Flo. All right, let's go. Let's play Flo.
I'm just going to put the super chat in like a total rewind and just have it during the whole show.
You guys are amazing.
Flo, good morning. We saw that Devontae Parker, to some extent at practice yesterday. How's he looked? Is he going to have more of an increased workload as his week continues?
Yeah, so he was out of practice yesterday. We expect him to be out there today. Injury report will be out, after practice today. So, we'll let you guys know then.
You mentioned, Devontae. Him, Preston and X have kind of been on a load. Seem like you guys have been load management, trying to deal with their injuries. If they're able to play, do you guys expect them on some sort of rep count, given they're coming off injuries?
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of talked about this maybe last week. Given no preseason, no one's played a football game in a long time. It's hard to think somebody can jump out there and play 60, 70, 80 snaps. So, there will be a handful of guys who we would expect to go the whole way. But for the most part, we are, thinking along the lines of somebody's probably going to need a blow here. And I think every team's, has that same thought process. I know we got a game tomorrow night, so we'll see how that one shakes out. But load management, I don't know if I'd call it that. Guys dealing with nicks and bruises. We're going to try to take care of our players as much as we can. Kyle Johnson does a great job. The training staff does a great job from that standpoint. So all those guys are working. They're trying to get back as soon as they can. And hopefully we have them out there for as many plays as we need them on Sunday.
Steve Wine.
Coach, not talking about any particular players, but just as a matter of your coaching philosophy, how comfortable are you starting rookies on an opening day?
Well, I guess I started as a rookie on opening day once. So, yeah, I mean, look, if those guys, we feel like they're ready, we'll put them out there. I think, they're all going to play to look, if they're active, then we expect them to be ready to play. But look, rookies play every year. We never want to put anyone in a situation where they're playing when they don't feel like they're ready. But I think these guys are working hard. They're all competitive. They all want to play, and we'll play them. If we feel it's the best thing for our team.
Preston Williams, by the way, rookie. Christian Wilkins, rookie.
Hi, Brian. I thought we'd see you in a Heat T-shirt this morning, but I guess you're saving that for later. I wanted to ask you, now that you've had a month.
I got it back here, Al.
Okay, I believe it.
I decided not to put it on. But, it was a good game last night. happy for them and getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's a great accomplishment. Yeah, I got my Heat shirts ready to go.
My real question is, now that you've had a solid month in the protocols and you've seen the protections that the NFL has in place, where's your level of confidence that we're going to see a full 16-game season? Obviously, the testing numbers are looking really good for the league. So where's your confidence right now in that?
I think our staff, headed up by, Kyle Johnston and our medical team, I think from a protocol standpoint and a transparency standpoint and trying to get everyone on the same page, I think they've done a great job. I think, the numbers, where they've been positive, but, a lot of times, good numbers or good reports may lead to some complacency, and that's not what we want. We need to be vigilant about wearing masks and wearing the tracers and keeping distance and being responsible outside of the building. So I don't want to put any type of message out there like we're doing a great job and everything's great, because things can turn quickly, as we know with the virus. So we need to continue to be vigilant. And we need to be responsible and make smart decisions as a team. Guys who are on the team, guys who are around the team. I think that's, if we're not vigilant that way, then it's only a matter of time before it catches up to us. So it's been good thus far. That's going to continue to be my message, to do the right things on the field, obviously in the building, and then outside of the building. These guys have a lot more time than they did in training camp. So I would say the first phase was, we got good numbers. The league has good numbers, and, let's not take our foot off the gas.
Joe Shad.
Hey, good morning, Flo. We spoke throughout camp about wanting to protect player health while also making sure that the defensive players are as best prepared as they can be to tackle effectively early in the season. How do you think that went?
I think in every first game, there's a lot of things that, tackling, penalties, just overall understanding of rules, without a preseason, some of those things aren't as, up to the standard that you would want them to be. Really across the league. So look, you learn through experience. To me, that's the best way most people learn, really, in whatever field it is. So without those preseason games, the tackling, the throwing, the blocking, the defeating blocks. We talk about tackling, but there's a lot of other fundamentals that guys have not been able to do under game circumstances. So. But we've practiced it. We practiced it to the best of our ability. Given the circumstances that we're in, and look, we're not going to sit here and make excuse. Hey, we missed a bunch of tackles because of this, so we couldn't complete a pass because of this. That's not what we're saying. But to your specific question, obviously, in my opinion, I think you probably. It'd be better if we had live games to actually tackle. So that's where we're at.
Omar?
Flo, you, more than most coaches that I've covered, are very specific in terms of players getting assigned a role and playing that role in your various schemes. I know that's part of your defensive philosophy, but how does that translate to offense as well?
I think it definitely translates. If it's 3rd and 1, which back do you want in there? Which lineman do you want in there? Which tight end do you want in there? If it's 3rd and 11, do you want to be, do you want no receivers in the game? I think it's very specific to the situation, maybe even more so than defensively. I think if you just think about the different situations within a game, 2 minute, you want to run 2 minute with, 3 tight ends on the field, or you want to run them with 3 receivers on the field. You want to run, short yardage with, 180-pound back or 240-pound back. I think it's very specific to the situation. No different than defense, no different than special teams. That's just kind of my thought process. And honestly, I know you mentioned maybe some other people, but I think everybody feels the same way. I think we're all trying to, as coaches, just, the guys I've been around and talked to, and look, I've talked to, really most of the coaches throughout the league, just trying to pick their, having conversations and talking football, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams. And that's the one thing that continually comes up. Let's put our players in the best positions for them to have success and for us to have success. And I think, situationally, this comes up on a week-to-week basis. And I think offensively, probably more than defensively, Omar, in my opinion.
Adam Beasley.
Yeah, I had another question about the COVID-19 situation. The Marlins ran into problems when they traveled. That's when their team got sick. What level of confidence do you have that the league has policies in place that won't happen in the NFL? And are you doing anything beyond what the league mandates to keep you guys safe?
Well, again, Kyle and the medical staff, they've done a great job, thus far. We have our COVID travel protocols in place. And yes, the league has has set a, has a protocol and a set of standards. But Kyle and his staff came up with a few other things to try to go above that and try to keep our guys and, our staff and everyone in this organization as safe as possible. With that said, look, I think we all know how quickly the virus can spread. So, we just have to be diligent. If one person doesn't have their mask on or doesn't keep a distance, that can affect, 100 other people. I think it's just kind of that knowledge and understanding, wherever you are, whether we travel, whether we're home, whether we go to the supermarket, whether you go to the barbershop, whatever it is. We just have to be smart.
Cam?
Hey, Flo, I know you faced Cam a couple times in your career. When you look at, I guess, how unique he is as a quarterback, what are sort of the principles that you have to tell your defense on defending a guy like him?
Well, read your keys, play with good fundamentals and technique, follow your rules. I think those are the main points that we're talking about, defensively every week. Communication. The guy like him, obviously, is, extremely talented. He's, can extend plays and make every throw. So, obviously, you want to contain him and keep him in the pocket. That's easier said than done. You want to continue to be aggressive. But, he's a good player. So, if you're too aggressive and he slips through or finds a step-up space, he can hurt you. So, look, this is going to be a great challenge for us. Look, they're a good team, offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game, with guys like Matt Slater from a special team standpoint, and Gilmore McCourty, Adam Butler. They got good players defensively and offensively, starting with Cam. This is a solid team, and they're well coached. So this will be a huge challenge, and we're going to have to play well. We're going to go up there and play a competitive game.
All right, final question, Joe Shad.
Flo, earlier Steve Wine mentioned the rookies, and we're all looking forward to see the newcomers play, whether they're rookies or veterans. But specifically on youngsters, what is the message in terms of the approach that you want guys playing their first professional game to take on Sunday?
One play at a time. I think that's always the mindset. Good play, bad play, penalty, touchdown, give up a touchdown, just move on to the next play. Every play is an experience. I learned that early in my coaching career. So good or bad, you learn from it. The one thing you don't want to do is take the good plays and, think about those the entire game. You don't want to take the bad plays and think about those the entire game either. So let's move on to the next play, but learn from it. And again, we need to play we have to have our best communication, our best execution, late in the game. So that'd be my message.
That's the head coach, Brian Flores of your Miami Dolphins. And the one thing that I wanted to address from the press conference was the question from Steve Wine from the AP, and then Joe Shad kind of followed up here at the end of the press conference and talking about young guys. One of the things that I like about Flo, there's lots of things to like about Flo and the way he's handled things, but the question that Steve Wine asked was already answered in the last year. He played Christian Wilkins as a rookie. He played Nick Needham with no experience whatsoever. He played Preston Williams with no experience whatsoever. He doesn't give a crap. He doesn't give an Odell of where you came from. He doesn't care if he signed you as a CFLer and he says, Sam Eguavon, if you can play, then you're playing. He doesn't care if you're a seventh rounder and you're out playing the first rounder. He just doesn't care. That's not the way he's wired. He's wired a lot like Riley. Jimmy Johnson was like that too. I respect a lot when I covered Jimmy, to his credit, he didn't even force a draft pick either. Unlike coaches that came after him and GMs that came after him, they kind of tried to justify their picks by playing them. Jimmy right away, if he felt like you couldn't play, he wasn't going to play you. You know what I mean? And he'll wait till you are ready or he'll cut your ass. That's what they do here. They didn't want to screw around with Rosen. They're like, he's slightly better than Jake Ruddick or maybe the same. Why the hell are we going to keep him on the roster? Out of here. We'll take our losses. We gave up the second rounder, so be it. We'll take the loss. We'll move on. The worst thing you do is stay with something that isn't working. The worst thing you do is stay with something that you don't believe in. So they didn't believe in Josh Rosen, or they don't believe in any of Kalen Ballage or whatever. Ballage had a nice rookie year. Then the second year, he was a disaster. And this offseason was just, all right, not enough, bro. Get out of here. I like that. I really do. Why are you going to keep people around if you don't believe in them, if they don't fit your system, if they're not good enough, if they're lazy, if they've got problems, whatever it is, move on. So what I do like is he will play those rookies. If you can ball, you will play. Duncan Robinson, you can play. You can ball, you play. Tyler Hero, you can ball, you play. That's just the way it is, and that's the way it should be. So good stuff there from the coach as they get ready to beat the Patriots this weekend. By the way, Pat in Nashville, I think I'm losing my hearing with all these super chats. My attorney will be in touch.